Harry is gonna say, Faaableh! I just want to talk!
Known you too long to fall for that bullshit, Harry.
It's so hard to crab walk with a lightsaber up your butt.
Not
The extra-
today,
Not
poison.
today, poison. I'm gonna assume that's intended to be a lie to
yeah.
him. Is that
Oh, yeah.
correct? Yeah, give me a deception check.
Ooh, spider monkey style. I like it.
Right at his face.
Big money, big money, big money, big money.
That's not big money at all.
Okay.
I have not experienced time dilation. I'm just playing from time travelers from the future.
Kind of shakes his head.
What a horrible thing to wake up to. Kiba's face looking down at you.
He looks a little mortified.
Told you you're all gonna burn, Harry. Told you you're all gonna burn.
You know what? I'm feeling frisky today. Let's try that.
Ooh, spicy.
I'm gonna die! I'm gonna die!
Hello everyone, and welcome to DN Digital's Starships and Scoundrels campaign. My name is Dave, and I'll be your game master. We're using the Star Wars 5e system to tell the story of a crew of a smuggling freighter known as the Mayday, set about a year after the fall of the Jedi Order. Each session is going to be going live on Wednesdays around 3 p.m. Pacific time, so make sure to subscribe, click that bell, do all those YouTube things, and tune back in next week for more action. With all that out of the way, let's get into it.
Last time on Starships and Scoundrels, the crew of the Mayday learned that the only remaining path to find Faaableh Gaxbu was through his forces inside of the mess hall. Harry cut down the barricaded door and used it as a shield to begin the fight. The rest of the crew and their allies followed amidst the rain of blaster fire coming from their enemies. Clark took 2 strange blasts from one of the elite enemies that ultimately disintegrated him on the spot. The DIYB gang took heavy casualties, leaving the crew of the Mayday with few allies at their side. The fighting ceased, and the crew opened the secret entrance leading to Faableh's inner hideout, as the sound of a warming sublight engine rumbled down the dark tunnel. We now return to the crew of the Mayday, as you all float outside of this dark, secret tunnel that you have opened. The walls of the mess hall are splattered with the bloody remains of enemies and allies alike. R5 has just caught up with the rest of you. You thought that you might have seen a glimpse of Dredd passing by the entrance to the mess hall, but now there's no sign of him nearby. Various rumbling and screeching sounds continue to pour out of the secret hall that you have just opened up. What would you all like to do?
We gotta go. There is an escaping Faaableh Black Glue. What's his name? Faaableh Gaxbu.
But, I mean, more importantly,
Yeah,
he's getting
we gotta
away.
go get him. He's
Yeah,
escaping. I'm running towards.
All right, yeah. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna.
Yeah, let's run.
I follow.
Marching order. Who's taking
I'll
the
go
lead?
first.
Or I guess who's going to the back? All right. So Harry first.
I'll go
Alright.
second.
Okay.
Halo.
I'll go third.
R5.
Each time I'm about to say I'll take next, somebody goes, hey, Kiba. I just like gesture at Kiba.
Piana actually will step up, feeling a little. She'll step up, but anybody after that, who's next?
Kiba, it's your shot. If you want to go first, I'm fine wherever.
No, Misa best in the back.
All right.
Comment on that.
So Kiba will take up the rear, and then I guess Umbrin, do you have a preference between whether if you're going first or if Roos is going first?
I'll go ahead of Roos.
All right. I got Umbrin. I got Roos. I'll just throw the DIYB members after Roos, and there we go. Nice.
Just so that I remember it. How many of them are left?
4.
4. Okay. There are 4 grunts.
I am no longer using the squad stat block for them. They have very low CR individual stat blocks that they will be represented by.
4 strongest individuals. We have
Never
4 commoners here.
They're a little above commoners, but they're not quite. They're not by much.
Was I able to battlefield pick up that grenade that I gave one of our almost definitely fallen members?
Yes, you would have been able to. You could have taken the time really quickly to recover it.
We'll put in 1 grenade, and I don't even have any idea what that does.
All right.
Actually, no, it was Kiba's to begin with, so I just give it back to Kiba.
Oh, there you go. Kiba, go ahead and
That's
add
a good point.
whatever type of grenade it was that you passed out back into your inventory. It was probably a frag grenade, but I forget.
Yes, it was a frag grenade.
The dark hallway that you have now been floating down for just a pretty brief period of time begins to lighten at the far end. A few twists and turns as you weave your way through the walls of the station. And you can see at the far end as it starts to lighten up that there's a sharp bend towards your right. As you approach, you can begin to kind of see that it leads into a hangar space on the other side. Are you just all kind of marching your way in? Well, as much marching as you can do while floating, or is there any other approach you want to take?
I mean, I'm going straight in.
All right. Harry's just bulldozing his way ahead.
Yep.
I'll try and stealth if...
sure. Anybody who wants to roll a stealth... Anybody who
but...
wants to roll a stealth check, you're currently not visible as far as you're aware, so you can try to roll a stealth check if anybody else wants to. I know Harry's just... Harry and Piana at least are going full on, arms at the ready.
Theoretically, Umber and I could really get
Yeah.
Kiba with a... Kiba, what'd you roll?
19.
Umbrin, what'd you roll?
17.
Alo, what'd you roll? Yep. And R5, what'd you roll?
18.
18. Very nice. Odds are pretty good. Everybody but Alo can consider themselves hidden from whatever is ahead.
Wait, a glowing red lightsaber does not help you stealth.
Believe it or not, it doesn't make it easier.
I'd like to think you left it on.
You definitely left it on. Yeah,
right?
that's the only way you rolled that bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
only real source of light right now.
yeah, pretty much.
Who
Probably.
needs light?
Probably.
Especially for Harry in particular, as you lead the charge. You float forward around towards this bend, and you see a moderately sized hangar before you as the sound of the rusty bay doors screeching open just begins to fill your ears. Everybody else is as well behind you, but you're first to kind of come around that corner and really get blasted with it. First thing that catches your eye is a medium-sized transport ship, about the size of the Mayday, give or take, in the middle of this room. Its engines are beginning to glow as they're finishing powering on, pointed in your direction. At the far side of the room, kind of looking underneath the landing supports, you can see what is a large, kind of long lizard reptilian-like creature, similar to a boga, which is the thing that Obi-Wan rides in Revenge of the Sith, if anybody remembers that thing.
Okay.
Not quite that creature, but it's that kind of shape, that vibe. Fewer feathers because I hate birds. But you do hear it kind of give a bit of a hiss that still cuts its way through the engines and the screeching of the doors. Riding on its back in a saddle is none other than the Zygerian known as Faaableh. He sees you enter into the room and calls out, "Must concede, you have done far better than I expected, Inyaba. Perhaps I should have given you more than just Kurther's hand. Stand down while I leave Cascadia for you, and I can guarantee that my troops will surrender peacefully. Contest me, and I assure you that the rest of the worms on this hunk of metal will die a fiery death with you."
Can I try to get within 30 feet of the ship while he's monologuing?
Not at the moment. Kind of, this is as Harry is stepping out. He's being called out across the room. Harry, how do you can start making your way there, R5, but first Harry would get a chance to respond.
Okay, so how, if he was to look around, does he see any more troops around the hangar?
You do not see any more troops around the hangar.
Okay. Second, is there like a hangar number on like the side or anything like that?
You do not see any kind of hangar signage, any kind of number indications, anything of that nature. Here, I'm actually going to go ahead and drag it so that way you can see exactly what is there in particular. Okay, so we got first up, we have Harry Johnson Inyaba. So you step to right about there. Next up, we've got Alo following close behind, and then R5, and we've got Vienna. That's right there. Umbrin, Roos, Harry, Alo, R5, Piana, Umbrin, Roos, the gang, and then
Kiba is going to be way in the back, so he's got a few people in between. Okay, sorry, 1 sec, as I just dragged the last of them out. Over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so there you go. You should, I think you should be able to see the hangar room now at this point.
Yeah.
So yeah, you don't see any kind of indications of a hangar number, anything like that, as you look around.
And Dave, we can't see the cockpit of the ship.
No,
right?
basically you've got the
if anyone's-
engines over on the close side to you. You figure the cockpit is
It's pointing to us.
oriented towards the outside.
Harry's gonna say, Faaableh! I just want to talk! Why do you have to run and make it so difficult to do that?
Known you too long to fall for that bullshit, Harry.
Ah, you caught
I gave you my ultimatum, choose.
Can we just sit down and talk peacefully?
Inyaba, when have you ever been a peaceful sort? This is not your way.
Well, I'm trying something new. Here, I'll even put down my weapons and come to you.
Okay, you're able to place your weapons down. In the meantime, you all do notice that with the amount of time that is being taken on that the doors continue to kind of grind their way further open than they were before. And yeah, you can kind of, he'll see you. He doesn't move in response to that, but you can start moving towards him. Harry, you get to about here as you're moving your way around. Faaableh calls out, "No closer. We can speak from where you're at.
Okay.
I'll give you a chance. What do you want?"
Faaableh, I just want to talk.
About?
I mean, can we not make this, like, anything bad anymore? Like, can we just, like, try to coexist?
I'm gonna assume that's intended to be a lie to him. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a
Are
deception
you
check.
sure?
Why would I? Why would I
Give
want
me a
to?
deception check.
He cut Carther's hand, bro.
It's
Oh,
a
shit.
very, very high DC.
It shouldn't have been in it. Disadvantage, but either way.
I mean,
Oh, buddy.
this is about what I expected.
Would you care to tell the audience?
Well, it wasn't supposed to be a disadvantage, but I rolled an 11.
He has clearly known you for too long to fall for a ploy that simple and basic. It's like, Harry, I'm leaving the station. If you fight me, it will all burn. If you let me off the station, I can call off my troops. They'll surrender peacefully. If not, I'll probably kill some of your friends on the way down.
Sictor's still technically in the car, right?
Last you heard, yeah.
I'm gonna try to get a hold of Sictor.
Okay. As you can do so, as you start to go and raise up over the comms, you notice the doors slide a little further out. And you hear, you do hear Sictor reply as, in particular, Faaableh does have a blaster trained directly on you at this point. But yeah, Sictor's just like, yeah, boss?
Sictor, there's a hangar out behind Faaableh's base. Is there a way you can try to close the doors?
I'm not in the control center anymore.
Damn it.
When Dredd left, I thought it was safe for me to leave. I had to get I was trying to get there to go and make sure your ship was okay.
Okay, that's fine. Just go do whatever you were doing. I'll figure something out.
Clock's ticking, Harry. See, begins to move up a little bit this direction.
Okay. I'm gonna tell Kiba, is there any way you can throw a grenade into those thrusters?
I wouldn't recommend that. Oh, Faaableh 100% heard you. Kiba's not even in the room if you're trying. If you would know that Kiba would not be able to hear that without you shouting, and Faaableh will definitely hear.
Oh, I was trying to do it over the radio.
Yeah, I would say, given the volume in the room going on right now, go ahead and geez, there's no good stat for this in particular. Roll me a d20 to see if you're
How articulate are you?
More, how much is this current sound interference messing with the ability to hear
on the other side of a walkie-talkie.
Okay.
Without you shouting into it, because you're trying to say it quietly enough to not be heard by your enemy.
Question: how many fate points do we have? I can't see the.
You guys have 6. I have 4.
Okay. I'm going to use a fate point to roll at advantage. 15 is the highest.
Yeah, I would say that's just high enough that you're able to cut through. So Kiba, you can hear him kind of give you that directive without it being heard by Faaableh, and it cuts through. It's very choppy, but you're able to get the sense that he's asking about you throwing a grenade into the engines.
All right. Is that something I'm capable of doing?
I mean,
obviously not from there where he's currently standing.
I mean, if
is it possible to throw a grenade into a thruster?
I mean, if you've got line of sight, you can certainly throw a grenade at a thruster.
But would that do any kind of bonus thing other than just you do 2d10 damage against the ship?
You're not sure. You've never tried lobbing a grenade from that far away into the thrusters on the back of a ship. It's possible. You'd have to experiment to find out.
Okay, and then so I say that, and I'll tell Faaableh. All right, Faaableh, I'll let you leave, and then I'll start walking back towards my weapons.
Okay, you start walking back towards your weapons. The doors move one step further open. Faaableh proceeds a little forward.
And this is the entrance for him to get onto the ship, correct? Right here.
Correct. You could tell from where you moved to that was where the the little boarding platform was lowered down to.
So I assume you have a backup plan then? You've got a place you're going?
Waiting for Kiba to do this thing.
He just squints and just kind of stares you down.
I just kind of shrug and have like a happy-go-lucky smile. I'm trying to not look threatening at all.
All right, so is Kiba gonna try to throw?
Well, not from where he's currently standing, because you can't see anything.
So is the plan, would you like to move up and try to lob a grenade at this nebulously placed starship that you're not quite aware of its location at this current time?
Yes.
All right, so then in that case, let's roll for initiative. As per usual, Kiba, you have rolled the highest in the initiative. You're up first.
All right. Kiba would like to start moving so we can actually see inside the hangar.
Yep.
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
Okay.
This is very clearly...
I assume those are the thrusters. Yeah.
Those would be the thrusters that are now glowing in kind of a bright orange color, starting to shift into more of a white hot look.
2 spaces closer to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So the thrusters are now within my grenade throwing range. Would there be any kind of roll I would have to make to throw them in? Or would it just be
I would say
you get to pick the point.
A dexterity attack. You can add your proficiency to it to see if you're able to pinpoint more of a significant spot to actually hit with your grenade. What kind of grenade are you throwing?
That's a good question. I wonder if would ion grenades do any kind of bonus damage to a ship? Because I know they do bonus damage to droids.
I would say
I don't know if they do bonus damage, but they do bonus
I would say
stuff.
offhand, it's not going to immediately jump out. If you want to, I'll say sacrifice your bonus action and you can make an intelligence check to see if an ion grenade would be more effective.
Well, I throw grenades with my bonus action, so I will not do that. I'm just going to go for the standard plasma grenade.
Go ahead and give me that dexterity attack roll.
All right. 4, so that'd be +7. Okay. 9.
Unfortunately, 9. You lob it and it just kind of bounces off. It doesn't quite make purchase, but you can go ahead and, it's a ship. It's going to fail whatever kind of dexterity check there is for that. So you can roll the damage. It's just not going to... There's no chance of it disabling the engines, but you can at least start to damage the ship.
It is this much, which is 6 plasma damage.
All right, the ship takes 6 plasma damage. You see a little bit of scoring kind of splatter around the engine itself, but the engines don't seem to really take any kind of impact.
Question: does it, if it doesn't do a dex save, does it automatically?
Yeah, it all.
That's a good.
It does full damage.
That's right. It's, yeah. When a creature rolls a 1 on the saving throw, they treat the grenade's damage as if it had rolled the maximum.
Failing is not the same thing as rolling a 1.
So does that mean it's impossible for it to roll a 1?
Pretty
or
much,
should it technically roll?
Yeah, it pretty much means it's impossible for it to roll a 1, but it's also impossible for it to... Yeah, it just means it fails. It doesn't mean that it automatically gets a nat. In the scheme of things, the difference in the amount of damage is not, I'll tell you, it's not going to be super significant. If you're just purely trying to break the ship from throwing grenades at it, it's probably not going to make that big of a difference in the long run. It's much more like you would need to kind of... Like, ships are built to withstand, like, full-on, like, bombardment level, like, ship-to-ship combat damage. Somebody throwing a single grenade on its own is not nearly as powerful as the blaster cannons on, like, starship level things. Shots 1 in a million, kid.
So is Faaableh in cover right now behind the ship?
He's got about half cover right now. Actually, from your angle, I'd say about 3/4 cover, because he's kind of elevated because he's up on his mount.
All right. Well, there is no reason for me to not shoot at him, so I'm going to.
Go for it. Roll that attack.
And it's at advantage because he hasn't acted yet, and I have my special responders routine thing.
Indeed.
And he's my ranger's quarry, because I say so.
Indeed he is.
Yeah, 19.
A 19 hits. Roll some damage. Actually, wait, no, sorry, 19 does not hit. Never mind, because of his cover and all that.
All right.
So
extra attack.
You just kind of splatter the side of the ship. Extra attack.
18.
Nope, 18's still not going to hit.
All right, well, let's keep his turn.
Alrighty then. Alo, on to you.
Okay, Alo immediately is going to charge in and get right up in his face. And I got 2 attacks coming his way with my Claymore Saber.
Are you attacking him or are you attacking
First attack coming his... I don't
not
think it
on
really
the one,
matters.
no. But, on what I assume is your extra attack. Unless we want to do fate point, you can still roll that. That's...
I don't want to... No, it's okay. Is it harder for me to attack him?
It's definitely harder to hit him when you've got a big old giant lizard creature blocking part of your angle on him.
I'll attack the lizard creature. Second attack coming his way.
18 hits.
18?
Some damage.
Wonderful. I'm going to make this a force-empowered strike. So that's 10, plus at level 6 it's going to be 3d8 coming his way. So 23
Nice.
Energy damage.
Takes it.
And that's it for Halo.
Boom. It is your turn.
You remember in Revenge of the Sith when Obi-Wan did get knocked off of his mount and he like just fell? Would that happen if his mount were to just be knocked over?
Were you able to knock his mount over? Yeah, he would probably fall off of it.
Okay, I guess mechanically, would he be prone or would he?
He would if you were to knock him, if you were to do something that would cause him to fall off, he would get a chance at a dex save. And if he succeeded, he would land on his feet. If he failed, he would fall prone.
Except we're in 0G, so there's no prone to fall to.
With 0 gravity, you could definitely knock the creature prone. He would just probably fall off of it and lose the advantages he has of being on it, but he would not be knocked prone as a result.
All right.
But you could definitely,
you
could hit the creature in a way where you guys would get the ranged melee, disadvantage advantage situation.
Let's try and do that with my pew pew.
All right, go for it.
23.
Okay, 23 will definitely hit it. Is there any kind of assume your roll damage?
It needs to do a strength saving throw, and I sacrifice 2 of my sneak attack die to do it.
Strength.
And the DC is 16.
Strength.
And he also takes 14 points of damage.
All right, strength saving throw will be a 19 on the strength save.
I figured it was pretty strong, boy.
Yeah.
But
it's pretty strong.
The opportunity was there, so I took it.
It was a good idea. He just unfortunately rolled slightly above average.
Yeah, one of these days that's gonna work.
One of these days.
5, 10,
yeah,
15, 20.
You take a good blast, and it kind of reels. As soon as you hit it with your blast, though, you notice that it almost kind of like shifts off to the side, and you can see clearly that it's actually using its claws to stay attached to the ground. rather than being loose, kind of floating through the air. But it's able to kind of right itself again after getting the hit.
Very well. I will move behind that crate, try and bonus action stealth
Yeah,
here.
you can do that.
Natural 20 for a 31.
Yeah, you're hitting. You're hitting.
Alright, then I'm gonna go another 10 feet to get on this side.
Cool.
With the little stealthy icon next to mine, because I'm pretty sure
Yeah, do it.
I'm stealth.
You can certainly do that. Okay, sorry. Jack, remind me what the conditions were for what you wanted to hold as an action.
Yeah, a attack onto the ship with using the operative exploit for whenever it looks like the fight's starting.
Got it. Okay, so you want to try to shoot at the ship in that case.
Yep.
Sorry, you should have rolled that earlier. My bad. You can
that's
roll
what
an
I was
attack. So go ahead and do that. Yeah, I mean, it would have been like post-initiative rolling, but so fortunately, I don't think anything's been actively missed, but should have caught it earlier.
On to 12.
12 is not going to do damage, and unfortunately, as far as you can tell, there is no pilot to mess with at this current time.
I appreciate the detail to the wording, but yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's I'm guessing that's meant more as like when somebody's riding on like a swoop bike. Like if they're riding around on a swoop bike and you're riding contested with them, you can mess with them. But in this situation, there's just no other pilot to mess with because he's riding an organic creature. So anyway, we're on to Roos's turn.
Alright, Roos is...
Over here. Yeah.
As he's wont to do, he's just going to run in. I don't know why. I'm going to run in brutally. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Right here.
Uh-huh.
And, sorry, 8. Well, hold on. Let me do one more measurement here. Okay, yeah. He's going to... What's the radius in this grenade? Creature within 10 feet.
Okay.
So I believe if I put that...
Just ping the corner. I got a radius measurement.
Are you blowing me up?
No, I'm gonna try and get both of them in there.
10 feet. Yeah, you can hit that corner and I think, and not.
Yeah, and
see,
he's
coming
gonna throw a
from
stun grenade.
Roos. What's the range on it? 35 feet for how far it is?
35 feet.
35 feet? Yeah, you can totally hit both of them without hitting Halo.
They need to make a DC 14 con save. I'm sure they're both good at con saves, but the upside is huge.
Okay, con save. Let's go ahead and do him first. Oh yeah, he rolled a 24 on that. And his mount on the con save rolls a 22. Yeah, they both rolled very, very high on the dice, and they have decent modifiers to accompany it.
Well, I figured that much. He is going to use his bonus action to try... Can I use an investigation check to look for the controls for the door? Or would that be a perception?
Yeah, you can do an investigation check. Go ahead and roll investigation.
That's a 22 investigation for Roos.
All right, so Roos is able to kind of quickly glance around. He kind of like puts his hand up and pushes a button on the side of his Minoc cowl that he is wearing. And you see his eyes glow white and just starts scanning around the room. And he's able to determine there are no controls in the room itself. He's very confident that any controls for the doors will be actually inside of Faableh's ship.
The controls are inside the ship. We need to get inside the ship. Or kill him. One of those two. Actually, I don't kill.
No, this is Zack Snyder version of Roos Bane, and he very much kills a lot of people.
Damn it, Sack.
Kills a lot of
Damn it, Sack.
Kills a lot of people. A lot of people. All right, and that's it for Roos's turn?
Yeah, that's it. That's all I can do, I think.
All right, on to the four faithful who are still keeping Harry's back. They're still way back in the hallway. Harry, what do you want them to do?
I'm gonna have them.
They're pretty minimal what they can do. They basically got blaster rifles.
Yeah, they're gonna. Can they get in?
That's what they have. Yeah.
Can they get into the room with their movement? I don't. I can't see.
Let's see. The furthest one, all but 2 of them can get into the room and have some form of line of sight. It'll be like with cover. Two of them can get in and take a shot. The other two would need to dash to get into the room.
Okay. Can I have the two of them just shoot the creature?
Sure. Okay. So they, less cover for the creature because it's only like kind of taking the ship as a shield. They can kind of move up to there. And these two, so we'll do the other two. So those two will take their shots. Go ahead and roll me a d20 plus, it's plus 3. Yeah. Oh, no, sorry. d20 plus 5. Or both 2 d20 plus 5 for each.
Hey, will you look at that? Rolled a natural 1
so
for one of them, and then rolled a natural 20 for the other.
Well, the natural 1 misses, the natural 20 hits. Go ahead and roll 2d8 plus 3 for the damage that they're going to deal.
Whopping 13.
Not bad. It's still doing fine. It barely even noticed that in particular, but yeah. Do you want the other two to just start making their way? Do you want them to dash in? Like, what do you want them to do?
The other two, can I have... would it be an action to have one of them pick up my Vibro battle axe?
Okay, you want one of them to pick up your Vibro battle axe?
Yeah, and kind of like bring it to me. If I don't know if that's an action or not. If that is, then I would rather them just dash in. But if not, then...
I'll say that they could do a dexterity check to see if they can succeed at not fumbling, but they're going to be basically dashing and using up all of their everything to get it to you.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I want to try that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so give me a d20 plus 3 roll.
12.
Yeah, 12's enough. So this guy comes charging in. And he's huffing and puffing his way through as he's just like grabbing onto every little handhold along the hallway he can, just like pulling himself forward as fast as he can. And he just kind of reaches down, swoops up, and grabs it. And he's just holding it out to you like a baton, as if you're in a relay race. So you very much have it's right there, no action whatsoever. Like, you just pick it up and it's yours when you want it. And then the other one kind of dash their way in. Let's just put them how about there? That good? That is it for their turn. And Harry, it is your turn.
I'm gonna grab the battle axe, and I am going.
You got it in hand.
Yes. And then I am going to move 40 feet to get there.
Yep. What's your total movement? Perfect.
Barbarians.
That's what they do.
All right.
Can't compete with the monks, but hey, it's still not too shabby.
So I am going to. Damn, I don't think that's not considered human, right? The lizard thing.
No, his lizard mount is definitely not a humanoid.
Okay. So I will go ahead and I'm gonna try to grapple Faaableh.
Okay, so I would say you probably will want to kind of do that as you're approaching from this direction. Like, as you're charging in, you're kind of like leaping up, like kicking off the ground into like the zero gravity to try to grapple him. So that is a contested athletics check on your part versus his athletics or acrobatics, whichever is better.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna use a fate point for Faableh's roll. So that puts you guys collectively back up to 6, by the way.
That is my roll. 18.
18. He rolls a 23. So you kind of jump up and start to try to dash past him. Just at the right moment, he kind of like leans back and just gives like a little shove from. He's got like that mounted position, so he has like a hard surface to push back against. And just kind of nudges you, and that's how you end up in where your token currently is. You just kind of drift a little bit further, and you aren't quite able to grapple.
And then I will bonus action rage.
Yeah, you are raging.
And I believe that ends my turn.
On to his turn. Yeah, so first up, the creature is actually going to direct this towards Ayla.
Defensive roll, or is it
It is going to be a con save for you. Yes.
Con save?
Con save.
Let me just see if
He's also able to
have anything that can help me.
Barely get Roos in this as well. So I'm going to need a con save from Roos too, as he handles this. As the
This isn't a poison. Is this a poison, Dave?
Yes, this actually is. Yeah, as
Okay,
the
cool. In
creature
that
just
case,
kind of reels
I am-
back and just
I am-
opens its mouth and begins to spray out of these two tiny little poison spray holes.
Wonderful. All right, so I have advantage on this. So that's 1. And that's 2. Fuck my life. Oh, Jesus.
You got fate points if you want 'em.
How many fate points do
You
we have?
guys have, I believe, 6.
Five? Six.
6 because Faaableh used 1. Yeah, you have 6.
I'm gonna use one of these. I'm gonna use one because that's just embarrassing. So if I
Yeah,
announce it after,
You get to you just re-roll both.
just
of them.
re-roll.
Yeah, when you're already, it's
Oh,
kind
so
of like
it's
you
an
already got a
advantage roll
big
again.
bonus when you've already had advantage. It just kind of lets you re-roll at advantage. So
Okay. So I reload. Okay. All right. Cool. So that is gonna be
significantly better.
18.
And Roos got a
Yes.
17.
Bruce got a 17.
All right, both of you succeed. But so you're gonna take partial damage or half damage on this. So that is going to be up.
Oh!
So
That's
39
a lot.
halved down to 19 points
14,
of poison
15.
damage
19.
for both of you.
He doesn't have, damn it, he doesn't have it. He doesn't have
Nope,
the thing that I have.
unfortunately no.
Does Alo have that
Unfortunately,
again
no.
because he's resistant to it?
Ow, that hurt.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, that'd
Yes,
be,
you did.
that's-
Double.
Thank you,
You
Kirby.
double.
You're so good at catching these things, dude.
As
Okay.
a barbarian, I know.
Trying to
Okay.
say Halo.
So wait, it was 19
Kirby does.
half to
Oh, 9.
Kirby lives in the resistances.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
But yeah, so 19 half down to 9. So 9 points of damage for Alo. And 19 for
it's a
Roos.
little better.
So
And then that's reduced by 2, correct? With his damage reduction thing?
correct. Yeah.
Or is that not? Okay.
Correct.
Cool.
Yeah. Because
I
this is
wasn't
just
sure
full
if that
on.
just included like kinetic.
Yeah, this one's full on just like, I mean, it's just like a poisonous spray that's just starting to coat over, so your armor's able to deflect that kind of damage coming in.
Okay.
Well, not
Wonderful.
deflect it,
Wow.
your armor
Right.
starts kind of
Yeah.
taking these little pock marks from all the damage it's absorbing as the poison
Yeah.
eat its way through.
Wonderful.
But yeah.
Lovely.
So that is his mounts action. And then, so Faaableh, for one, throws a, you see him kind of reach down towards his hip, and he grabs a frag grenade and lobs it right over
Oh dear.
because you are all just
God.
within his range. So that is going to hit everybody except for Roos in that little area right around Kiba. So I am going to need all of you to give me a dex save, please. So that would be Kiba, R5, Piana, and Kirby a D20 roll for your gang members. Dex save is +3 for them, by the way.
Okay.
All right, nice. Okay, so we got, I think I just need, Jack, you are controlling Piana, correct? All right, there you go. So you got, is the D20 just for her, or is the D20 meant for R5's roll? That you rolled?
The D20. Oh, that one was meant for Piana.
Okay, and then one for R5 as well, please. All right, there you go. So, totals. Let's go from the first roll. It's Kiba.
Kiba got a 27, natural
Very much
20.
success. Piana and R5 both rolled 10s on the dice, so what are their totals?
Yep. R5's is a 18,
Nice.
and Piana's is 13.
Okay,
Or actually,
so-
no, 16.
Okay, good to know. And then, Harry, what are your crew? What are your squad rolling for
They
that?
rolled a great 18.
Nice. So everybody except for Piana succeeds, actually. So all of you take half damage except for Piana, who takes full damage on this one. So that is 10 kinetic damage from the frag grenade, halved to 5 for everybody who succeeds, plus or minus your damage reduction. Piana's 10 minus her damage reduction. For that, your troopers, by the way, who are still standing, but that about halved their current health, so they're looking pretty bad.
They will survive.
Won't take much
They're
more.
standing on. They're all standing on one leg.
They're holding on. They're
Like all of
holding
them.
They're all
on.
But all of them are in one leg. Like it's one leg holding
Pretty
each
much,
of them.
yeah.
That's what I'm picturing. That's
Pretty
what I'm
much.
picturing.
And then Faaableh's got a couple more things. He is going to also take out his blaster rifle to shoot at Harry. I'm going to use a fate point because you're within melee range, basically, for him to have it just be a straight roll. So give me a defense roll, please, rather than you getting advantage on it. Which puts you guys back up to 6 points.
19.
Nice. 19 is a success. And he's got one more shot as he tries to reel kind of like on the back of this thing as it's spraying poison. I'm going to use another fate point to have you just do a straight roll on this one. One more defense roll, putting you guys up to 7.
12.
All right, 12 is indeed going to hit. So this is going to do... Let's make sure this is roll correctly. Okay, cool, perfect. And that will be 11 points of energy damage, halved because you're raging to 5 minus your damage reduction.
So 3.
So 3. So you take 3 points of damage as he kind of hits you with that one. Kind of still reeling like.
I have a question. Do temporary hit points still carry over, or is that gone? Because I had temporary hit points.
What was the source of the temporary?
I think it was Alo. Yeah.
It was me. He got it from my aura. Hang on.
Is it when they start their turn in your aura? So I would say it probably would have worn off by now, but I don't remember the wording of your ability.
Whenever a friendly creature starts its turn within 5 feet of you, the creature gains temporary hit points equal to your wisdom or charisma modifier, your choice, minimum 1. That's all it says.
Oh, it doesn't have
it's
an
not
expiration
very
on it? No.
specific.
All right, then I would say
Nope.
that those
Nope.
temporary hit points carried over to this current time. Yeah, they will. If you start your turn within that range of him again, then they will reset. But for now,
Okay.
yeah,
Well then,
that's where that is at.
Not to be that guy, but they do have a minimum or a limit of 1 minute.
Oh, it does have a limit on it. Okay, then in that case,
I don't know if it's been longer than that.
It's definitely been more than a minute. Yeah. So unfortunately, sorry, they.
Temporary hit points or auras? Temp hit points too?
Well, it says the aura is a spell that lasts up to 1 minute.
I mean that's fine.
Okay.
I was just wondering. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I still take the 3 damage,
Yeah, so you still take that.
and we're good.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, you take that damage, and it hits you. That's about it. That's it for Faableh's turn. Piano Drinks.
Hey, Dave, did you change shirts?
Oh, weird. So I did. Okay, so it's Piano's
Wait,
turn.
you all changed shirts.
Wait, Paul, when the hell did you get here?
I think I just saw into eternity.
Yeah, sure you did. Okay, so Paul, you're gonna be controlling Piano now. So up to you. What's she doing?
Huh? Oh.
Take your turn.
Just
Yeah,
don't ask
got
any
it.
questions about what happened to me. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Space and time, funny things.
Admire the haircut.
But yeah, so Piano is
Go ahead.
down here.
And there's so much pressure on me right now. What do I do? Who are these people around me?
It's
Paul, take your turn.
Okay,
this
all
is a
right.
very simple character.
No time for gags.
Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna attack this person here. Right?
No, that's an ally. They have blue. It's just Faaableh.
It's Kiba
Okay.
Kiba. He's been with us since session
Yeah,
1.
The only enemy is up there.
Yeah.
Darn, that was gonna be my next target. Okay, I'm gonna move. I know how to do that. Okay, cool. Wait, how much movement do I have?
35.
Freaking out. Oh, I did have the right
This
amount.
is one of the
Okay,
most
cool.
simple NPCs
Okay.
we have.
Oh,
Okay, so she moved. Is she taking an action?
she moved. She is going. She's gonna defend as her action. Dodge. That's what it's called. Dodge.
All right,
Not
so
gonna-
Piano
not
starts
gonna
charging
dash and
forward,
Get in there.
raising her slightly fractured shield up just as she's moving her way in to the fight. So we're gonna move to R5's turn. R5, what you doing?
And I'm going to take a blast shot.
All right, go for it.
Alright.
Are you going after the lizard guy or the
Oh yeah, good point.
Faaableh?
Lizard guy or Faaableh?
Faaableh. And you know what? I am going to use a fate point since we have so many of those.
All right, you guys are down to 6 now.
Well, I mean, I rolled the same way either one, so that's a 19.
A 19 on Faaableh at the moment is... Sorry, wrong stat block. There we go. 19 will hit. So go ahead and roll that damage.
Alright. That's disappointing amount of 7, but with sneak attack, that's still pretty disappointing. That's total of 12.
Okay, 12 damage. Not too bad. Anything else that you want to do?
I take it I can't really hide where I am.
Where you currently are, no, not a chance.
Yeah.
It's a well-lit room, and you're just kind of out in the middle of the open.
Query, could he hide behind Piana?
I'd allow a check at disadvantage.
You know what? I'm feeling frisky today. Let's try that.
Ooh, spicy.
That's a 17.
Oh, unfortunately, you actually cannot consider yourself hidden with a 17.
I should not have felt this frisky.
I feel like you're gonna get slapped by an Amazonian.
No, that's
All right.
Hey,
So,
look, I'm trying to hide behind her. Not
Anything else you'd like to do?
I respect organics, alright? That ends my turn.
All right. As we get to the top of round 2, you all hear the sound of some servos basically kind of whirring their way down the hallway that you just came from. And Paul, please go ahead and roll me initiative for Dread as you come charging on
Will
in.
do. It'll be a 17.12, and I forgot to click the token, so give me a second.
I added you into the turn order, so it should be easy enough to fix. Top of round 2, we are on to Kiba's turn. You see Dread kind of just appear in the hallway coming up behind you, but you might have your attention very much elsewhere at the moment.
Oh yeah, Kiba is laser focused on those engines that he has been tasked with Boss Inyaba to destroy. So he's gonna move there, 15
Okay.
feet away from the engines, so that way he is outside the blast radius of a grenade. And he's
Okay.
gonna, speaking of grenades, he's gonna throw a frag grenade, try to make it inside the engine.
All right, DC's a little lower than the last time that you attempted this because you have gotten closer. Go ahead and give me a dexterity attack to see if you can hit
All
hit
right.
that sweet spot.
Let's see if I did this correctly. 15.
A 15 is
Back
not
three.
going to do it in
Back
terms
three.
of
Oh, okay.
it's not going to quite thread that needle, but you do get to roll damage again.
Okay.
As it just kind of splatters. Nobody else is within range, so it's just auto damage, but not an automatic, natural one.
I feel like it's like one of those carnival games. You're trying to like throw the baseball into the basket that's like at too steep of an angle for anything to hit.
Yeah, pretty much.
What do you mean? Those were all perfectly fair.
Cool. So it takes the 14 points of damage as the engines are starting to get a little bit battered on the outside, but still looking pretty strong overall.
We have to remember this
Alright.
is Kiba, not Kiba Curry.
So that was Kiba's bonus action. Now he's going to use his action to reload his sniper rifle, and that's his turn.
On to Alo's turn then.
All right, Alo is going to take a claymore attack at the lizard creature that is absolutely not a bird.
No, it's distinctly not a bird.
Distinctly not a bird.
Get
And
that crazy
okay,
thing out your head.
exactly. All right, one attack coming his way. Going to be a dirty 20.
Yeah, 20 will hit. Roll
All right,
damage.
great. This is going to be a force empowered strike. So that's going to be 10 plus. What? Really?
What's this been this whole time?
Holy
Not
shit.
bad.
Wow. It's okay. 27
Excellent.
damage to him.
Very nice. That's a big old,
All right.
takes a big old chunk out of it for sure.
Alrighty.
It's
Second
still
swing.
very much standing. It just kind of like turns around and just screeches at you.
All right. Let me quickly take those points away. It's 2, so that brings me down to 10. And I got another strike coming right at his face.
Right at his
Come on,
face.
big money, big money, big money, big money.
That's
Okay.
You pay point.
Oh, wait, you know what? Gonna take a fate point on that, if I may.
All right, go ahead and re-roll it. Take
You
whatever the
shouldn't
result
have
is.
aimed for the head.
Should have aimed for the head. Okay, 25. That is
25 will
much,
definitely hit. Yeah.
much better. This is gonna be yet again another force empowered strike.
Okay.
Alrighty, meow. That's gonna be 13 plus. Wow. So it's gonna be 34 points of energy damage.
Goodness.
Where has this been?
Yeah, it's I rarely get, with the movement speed of 30, I rarely get to melee range. So this has been...
It's so hard to crab walk with a lightsaber up your butt.
Up the butt does make it, yeah. No, your Paul's not wrong. And
Freud would have a lot to say about
go
this
on.
campaign.
And that is no bonus. That's it. That's it for Alo.
All right, very nice. Okay, I forgot to do this at the top of the round, but at the top of the round also, you would have all heard the sound of the doors just continuing to screech further and further open at the far end, and
The bay doors.
yeah, the bay door is going out into space, and you can tell at this point that it's wide enough for the ship to fit through. Umbrin, it's your turn.
Okay. He's gonna go 1, 2, and he's going to fire his pew pew at Faaableh.
Okay.
I forget what we determined last time, but proning somebody in 0G just is gonna knock him off his mount.
Whoever the target of it is will also still have those like same effects of melee attacks at advantage, range at disadvantage. But the question was because you were thinking about trying to knock his mount prone, and he was not going to go prone because of that, but his mount would, if it all succeeded.
Okay.
Yeah. But also it doesn't have that like normal movement penalty. It's just the advantage disadvantage thing.
Okay. I'm also gonna do a feint deception while I'm here. I'll throw it in the chat.
Okay.
But I make a deception check. He makes an insight check, and then if I succeed, then the next attack against him has advantage.
All right. Very cool. Okay.
That's a 19 deception.
All right, and then his insight is a 17. So you succeed.
All right. The next attack that is not by me has advantage.
Sweet.
And then I will pew pew at him at advantage because I am still hidden from my natural 20 stealth.
Yes, indeed.
Not last week. 5 minutes ago. I have not experienced time dilation. I'm just playing from time travelers from the future. 24 to
24
hit.
24 will hit. And sneak attack fires.
I'm going to, yes. Sneak attack, I'm going to forego 2 of the shots and have him do a constitution saving throw.
Okay.
DC 16.
Use a fate point for him to roll at advantage. That is going to be a 15.
Oh, he is blinded.
There you go. Nice. He is blinded.
He is blinded, and he takes... Oops, that's wrong. I rolled too many dice. He takes 11 energy damage. And then I will go right over here to the north, above the crate above Harry, and I will bonus action try and stealth. Attempt to stealth.
Yeah, you've got... Well, I mean, he's blind, so...
It'd be hard not
you've
to.
got stuff in between you and the creature. It's pretty focused. You can certainly give it a shot.
Natural 1. I will accept that.
You couldn't hide from the blind.
I don't...
At 12, you cannot consider yourself blind.
Well, it's the lizard that's focused on me.
This is true.
You know?
Let's see, man, actually... No, I mean, probably still...
It's
probably still high enough. It is. Yeah, so he doesn't know where you are currently, but the lizard very much knows where you are. But he's also blind, so...
Because my modifier is 11, therefore his passive is not above him. Okay.
Well, when he's blinded, his passive is not high enough. I'll put it that way.
Fair.
So...
That is fair and balanced. I'm done. That's it.
All right, on to Roose Bane's turn.
Oh wait, I'm not done. That's me. I can't. His character sheet is showing nothing right now. Okay, there we go. It was still loading because I didn't open it. No, I hadn't opened it yet. He is going to.
Yes, because
does he think that if he electrifies the doorway to the ship that it'll close?
What do you mean by electrify?
He has electrifying grenade.
No, he does not think that an electrifying grenade would cause the door to close.
Okay, I don't know what the shocked condition is, but that sounds cool. So he's going to throw an electrifying grenade. So if I do this, would that wouldn't get... Or no, if I do this, that wouldn't get any of my allies, right? Here at the bottom left corner of him? Okay.
Yeah,
then I will do that.
I would say just have him do a dexterity attack just to see if he's able to kind of thread, like, because you don't even have gravity, you're trying to kind of thread the needle for where the grenade's going to go between Halo and the ship and giant lizard man. Not man, but...
that would be a 16 for Roosbane.
16 is good enough. What kind of save is it that they both have to make?
It is a dexterity saving throw.
All right.
It doesn't actually be a grenade. It is a DC 14 dexterity saving throw. And then they take some damage if they fail, or half as much on a success.
Nice. Okay, so dex save for that guy. Okay, then dex save for El Capitan for him. It's going to be certainly good enough. And then I'm going to use a fate point to have his mount re-roll because he otherwise will fail. And that puts you guys up to...
You don't have to tell me now, but... You don't have to tell me now, but I would like to know that he has named his mount at some point.
Perhaps you will get to learn sometime. Perhaps.
Like there's like a little dog collar on it that says Mittens.
Definitely. Okay, so... Okay, cool. So they both succeed with a 24 and a 22 total.
Okay, so they are not shocked, but they still take half of this lightning damage. So they take 2 lightning damage. Good job, Roos.
Well done, Bruce.
And he's gonna hide back behind this crate, and I believe he gets a cunning action, yeah, so he'll try and stealth.
So Roos, he perfectly threads this like tiny little needle with this grenade, and it explodes just at the right spot. But all the electricity, you can see it just kind of like arcing and like kind of bouncing off of the ship and like crawling around them, but it doesn't seem to really penetrate through Faableh's armor.
He hides in the shadows really well with a 27.
Yeah, very much you can mark him as being hidden. All right, and then on to the squad's turn. Kirby, what's the squad doing?
They're gonna be shooting at the lizard thing.
Okay. Do you want them to move so that way there's less cover? Basically, only this guy can shoot with half cover on him.
Yeah, let's move them maybe up here.
Okay, cool.
If that's enough of their movement, I don't know how much.
Oh yeah, they got 30 feet, so yeah, they can go all right there, and then they can each. You said they're shooting at his mount, right?
Yes.
All right, yeah. Go ahead and give me. Their attacks are a d20 plus 5.
Oh, that doesn't hit.
7 will miss.
Am I rolling each one?
Yeah, roll each one because they're not big enough to be a proper squad stat block anymore with only 4 people. So, sorry, I should have said four attack rolls.
The second,
These are your new generals, Kirby.
and
You got to come up with ridiculous names for all of them now.
17 is the highest one. The other one is a 8 and a 7.
17's not going to do it with this thing, unfortunately.
Okay.
We are on to Dread's turn.
Around the corner, he trumps.
Turn into RoboCop?
He was always RoboCop. What are you talking
Yo,
about?
move, creep.
He's 10.
What did you think he was
20.
doing this whole time?
Not RoboCop.
He draws his weapon. Says, "Where do you think you're going?"
Roll me a d20. Dread, as you reach down towards your hip for the blaster, you think it feels familiar, and then as you pull it out, you start to notice the grain is all wrong, the grip is all wrong, and you pull out the replica blaster that you have recently acquired.
Right. Well, that's the wrong spell. There's the one. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. All right.
Reach for the sky.
Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and play
There's a
this
snake
off.
in my boots.
And he is going to cast
You
Short
just threatened
Circuit
a
at
crime lord
Faaableh
with a Nerf gun.
through the weapon.
You do hit with the 22, so
Huzzah! I love it. I love hitting. 13 lightning damage.
nice. Good hit. He's still up though.
He sheepishly puts the blaster in a different slot.
All
I'm
right,
gonna
so
use a bonus action since I'm here
he has a bonus action.
to give a potent aptitude die to, let's see, who's within range? R5.
Okay.
We are on to Faableh's turn and his mount. All right, so he does indeed at least know that the doors are as open as they are, and even though he can't see, his mount certainly can move. And so he's like, all right, boy, get us inside. And he'll kind of kick it in the sides, and it'll turn around and start charging its way on into the ship. Anybody within range can take op attacks if they so
I
desire.
would love to take an op attack on that.
Yeah, go for it.
Cool.
Are you attacking
Out of
Faaableh
curiosity,
I'm attacking
the
lizard that's not a lizard that's not a bird.
Fate point.
or okay,
how tall is Faaableh on his mount?
about 8 feet?
And this door, are we talking like a like a YT sort of
It's
style
tall.
ramp,
The ship
or are
is
we
tall
talking-
enough. It's a little bit sharper of an angle than like the Falcons, so it has a little more headroom to clear in. But he
Okay.
also knows that if he's riding in on his mount, he'll need to duck. So he will
Could
be
I
ducking
use a
his way
fate
down.
point to make him roll a dex save to time it?
Here, we'll do that. You can do a fate point, and I'll narrate what happens.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay, so first let's resolve the attacks. So the 11 on the 11 on the creature would miss.
Okay. Alrighty. And 19?
All right, and yours was also on the creature?
Yes.
Yes, 19 will hit.
Okay. This is also going to be... I'm going to unload another... Damn it. Not the best of rolls. I think I used up all my good
It
rolls.
wasn't the best of rolls, it wasn't the worst of rolls.
Yeah, so...
26 is
That's
damn
26
Yeah, pretty
damage
strong.
on...
The creature is looking pretty rough at this point, to be sure. But it is able to get out of both of those. Paul, so you're using a fate point for this. You all can see, Faaableh tragically cannot see this, that Kiba's grenades have shaken a panel loose, like right above the entrance, and it starts to swing down just as Faaableh is being carried inside. I'm gonna have him roll a dex save to see if he can kind of hear the creakiness of it over, and know to lean out of the way. I'm gonna roll it for you to see. I'm gonna call it a DC 14 because that's what the grenades are. That is a total of a 20.
Took so long to load.
That is a total of 20. He is able to just barely duck his head out of the way, but it does kind of slow down their progress, so they're not able to move quite as far into the ship as initially planned. Actually, as he's going, though, he's going to have his creature make an attack. Alo, it's coming for you, buddy. As it lashes out at you, first with a bite, trying to grab you with its teeth. Give me a defense roll for that, please.
Okie dokie. 18.
18's not going to do it. Bite's going to land. All right, so it latches down and just like clamps down over your shoulder. I'm going to need you to give me a con save, please.
Is this a poison attack?
Yes.
I have a thing for that. I am 2-livered, so I have advantage.
Right.
Advantage on this.
On saving. You have advantage on the saving throw. You are going to take the poison damage, but it's going to be halved to 2 points of poison damage. So it'll be 18 total points of damage for you before your armor reduction.
Do I need to make the? Okay. So
The damage just happens. The con save is for potentially an additional thing.
Fucker. I mean, poop face.
Poop mouth.
I'm more offended by poop face.
Hang on a second.
Poop
Also,
mouth.
just Just
that
tracks
really-
that the space Australian has
that
2
really
livers.
hurts. I know. So it's a 19.
You feel this venom begin to kind of eke out of its teeth, but you're just kind of able to like constrict your vessels in your neck, I guess,
Okay.
and say, "No, poison, you don't get to enter my body."
Yes.
Shoot back out.
Not
He actually-
today,
Not
poison.
today, poison. But
Okay.
as it's got its teeth kind of clamped around you, it is going to try to claw you as well. So give me another defense roll.
Fuck my life. Oh, that sucks. Okay.
We
You
have
mean
fate
your
points,
life.
dude.
You know what? Yes, I'm gonna use a fate point. I forget about the fate points.
Yes.
Gotta stop doing
Good-
that.
I'm your
good to
fate
remember
point
this.
angel. I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
just keep
You
reminding
guys have
you.
6 now, by the way.
Okay, I will take the 23 over the 9.
23 succeeds as its teeth are kind of latched into you and its claw
Yeah.
begins to come in. You just bring up your lightsaber with like what limited mobility you have, and it kind of like shrinks away. But
Okay.
it does have one more claw attack coming in from the other side.
Thing. I mean, this
Defense
poop,
roll.
this poopy thing. Okay, second defense roll coming in. That's a 17.
This one comes in with some more clawing damage. It just tries to rake at your stomach. So that will be 17 kinetic damage and 6 half down to 3 poison damage that just kind of
Yep.
ekes out of its claws.
I'm down.
And Alo drops.
I'm
Why
down.
did you not
unconscious.
use it?
I was trying to be conscious of the other people. It's
He
fine.
was,
It's
he was
fine.
he was using blackjack rules.
Says
You
the one
don't
that's-
hit on 17.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
shouldn't have corrected him. This is on me. That's fair.
All right,
Hit on
so he and his mounts go charging off inside of his ship. We are on to Harry's turn.
Yep, Harry's
see
is
that
gonna
the,
run on in.
Yeah, as you start running in, you see that the ramp is beginning to lift behind you, and starting to close as you're running up.
Yep, that's what I'm gonna do.
So you get up there and you see his creature in between you and him, and he is making his way for the pilot seat that's way up here in front.
Okay, so that was 30, 35, 40 feet of movement.
I mean, you're chuckling, but we still have no idea what your plan is here.
Do you really want to know my plan?
I think your plan is chaos, and I love it,
It is.
but it is not technically a plan.
It's a plan from a certain point of view.
How far can I throw a frag grenade?
It's 20 feet plus your strength mod times 5.
Everywhere inside of this ship is somewhere that you can throw a frag grenade to.
So if the ship just leaves without them, we could just
would
bounce,
like
right?
to bonus action dash 5, 4, 5, 10.
Okay, wait. I think I'm starting.
Two.
That gap's
and-
not going to be quite big enough to fit through, just so you know
Oh.
in advance.
Right there. No, I'm not trying to get in.
Oh no, sorry. I mean right here. I just meant going diagonally. But you can totally get to right there.
I'm not trying to get in. I'm trying to throw a grenade into the cockpit.
Oh,
Alright.
okay. That's better than what I thought he was going to do with the grenade.
Yeah. So you can.
Oh.
Yeah.
Honestly, he could probably trigger the grenade on himself and be fine.
Give me.
I probably can.
It'll be an easy one, but give me a dexterity attack. It'll be easy DC to toss it to get it in there. But
Okay. Here.
very very low.
That's my dex. 16.
numbers. It gets lobbed in there. Go ahead and roll the damage because it's a cockpit. It auto fails.
For 13.
All right, you see a pretty good amount of damage happen in there, but it doesn't look inoperable. Just there are
Okay.
some now exposed wires, some things are looking frayed, but it doesn't look like the steering column or anything has been hurt.
Is that considered an attack?
Yeah, it should be an action to throw. It's just Peta as a grenade
Okay.
master, so he can bonus action.
Cool.
Toss grenades.
Then, yeah, that ends my turn.
On to R5's turn. As the turns progress, the ramp continues to rise and rise.
Okay, so if I were to move in front of the ramp, would I still be able to either shoot past it or climb up it, or is that no longer an option now?
You can definitely go up the ramp. It's zero gravity. It's just more that you're starting to run out of space to fit through.
I'm gonna play this safe. I'm gonna take a bonus action to hide for a total of 15.
Good to know.
30, and then try to take a pot shot at the whatever this thing is, the mount. So that is a 21 total to hit.
21 will hit. Roll damage.
Alright. For 9 points of energy damage, plus an additional 11 from the sneak attack, so 20 total.
It's looking really rough as it just lets out this scream, and you kind of see, even though its claws are like latched into the floor here, that it's starting to kind of slump down and hunch and like contract in the pain that it's feeling.
Oh no, the ship is getting away with the Wookiee who dragged us all into this. Oh, how tragic.
Just zooming right past the unconscious Alo on the floor. Piana is her turn.
Ain't no mind to me.
Yeah, she's gonna.
Well,
she wants revenge. and
What do
she's
you have?
gonna-
I have a repair kit. Do you need that?
He's getting away.
No,
She's
I
gonna
don't
try
think
to
that would work.
slip through the,
Yeah, she can
the
totally.
ramp.
Yeah, she can still totally get in.
Okay.
It's getting about
And she gets another 15, and she's gonna attack this
quarter of the way
guy's pet. I kill your pet, and then I'm gonna kill you. That didn't work. There we go. Dirty 20.
30-20 hits.
11 kinetic damage. Second strike, 21. 11 kinetic damage.
The first one killed it, but so
Oh.
she just comes
never mind.
floating it through, just
Over.
screaming her way
Jumps
on
the
in.
gun.
Sword drawn, shield at the ready, and just starts plummeting it into this creature, and you just hear it just screaming and writhing in pain as she just begins to slice and hack at it until it just
Yeah.
screeches and suddenly goes silent and is just kind of floating. It's still very much blocking the way inside, but it is dead.
In true me fashion, I'm gonna go ahead and stick with that second attack because she does not have a bonus action to dash. So she just slices through this dead creature.
Round 3, Kiba's turn.
Kiba's turn. All right. He's going to move right there. And he's going to pull out his med pack
Oh,
and give a dose to Alo.
you are
Alright,
a peach.
So I'll just put that in the chat so everyone knows.
So yeah, Matt, go ahead and roll a hit die for Alo plus his con mod.
Ah, Jackie, you're my favorite. Hit die 10. Meow. Come on, big money. All right, 5. I'll take it. Do I add? I don't add a modifier to that or anything, do I?
You add your Constitution.
Constitution.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Which is probably. That's 1. I'll take it. Wonderful. Gracias. You did that just in time.
All right, Alo is no longer dying. Alo, you're no longer dying.
Alo
What do you
Alo opens his eyes and kind of sees Kiba. Kind of shakes his head.
What a horrible thing to wake up to. Kiba's face
Ah,
looking down at you.
he looks a little mortified. Quickly tries to cover up the horror in his eyes. Oh, I guess I owe you a death stick later on then. And he's gonna stand up. Dave, is there still enough time to climb inside the shuttle?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
it's about to get halfway shut.
He's gonna sort of hoist himself through. And okay, so what am I looking at? I see that the
a
lizard's
large
down.
dead creature. You see a Faaableh who still looks somewhat unawares of where things are and has just been like he's kind of feeling around trying to grab at the walls to get a sense of where he is.
Okay, so I will move there, and then he's going to use Denounce on the guy.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's a charisma saving throw. Yes.
All right. Let's have him do that. I'm gonna use a fate point to roll at advantage. That is a 19.
Yeah, that saves. Damn it. Okay, then so that's his action. That's all he's got. Yep, that's it. He's just happy to be standing.
Umbrin, your turn. Is it end of your turn that he stops being blind?
Yes, the end of my turn.
Cool.
So there's 10, 30. I'm gonna bonus action dash, and when I get, well, is the creature's body gonna cause like problems hitting him?
Well, you got walls. You got a lot of stuff between. Right now, you've got a full-on wall in between you. If you are directly on the other side of it from him, then it will block your vision. If any part of your line goes through its token, then it'll just have half cover. But from there,
Okay, so I move-
you got no issue.
So I am going to take a pew pew at him
All right.
at advantage because he's blind. 16. I'm going to use a force point to reroll at advantage.
Okay.
And that's worse.
Indeed.
Okay, so
So a 15
I'm pretty sure
is actually
15
gonna
does not.
miss. This blind guy is
Yeah.
just way too frantically like feeling around and like looking for something to grab onto.
then I'm going to use the rest of my movement to get to the other side of the ship. So I'm kind of a little bit behind whatever this unconscious or dead Mittens. I'll get behind Mittens' body.
Okay.
And he is no longer blind.
Bruce Bane's turn.
All right, Bruce is going to go 5, 10, 20, 25, 30
Okay.
to that corner of that cockpit, and
Yep.
he's going to try and just use his heavy carbine at advantage.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, I was gonna say like non-copyrighted throwing star-esque device, but no, heavy carbine it is. Okay, wow.
Heavy carbine, 19 to
Why
hit
knock
with
man
the heavy
uses
carbine.
guns? You got a problem?
A 19 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
That is 6 plus 4, that's 10 points of damage, and he gets 2d6 sneak attack.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a total of 18 points of energy damage.
All right. Double your dread.
Oh, I'm gonna float on over to here. Can I float in through the ramp still?
Yeah, it's
gonna be a
it's
check.
narrow enough that it's difficult terrain, but you can just lose 5 feet of movement as you have to kind of grab and like
Cool.
to kind of wedge your way through.
How far into that hallway could I see?
You can see to like this corner, but it's very obstructed at that direction because that goes like right up, looking just like this out of like this corner, for instance.
Okay.
But that's about how far
All
you can
right.
see. From
So I've floated on towards the ship, into the ship, and now I cast Translocate to plop myself into the cockpit.
there. Okay.
And I will just sit down in the chair and start strapping in. I don't think I can actually start the engines.
Well, the engines are started, but you definitely would need an action to be able to like engage anything. It is on to Faaableh's turn then. Told you you're all gonna burn, Harry. Told you you're all gonna burn. And you see him reach down to his waistband and pull a frag grenade out. And he is going to toss it, so it just goes right over there. So that would be Harry, Roos, Piana, and Alo all need to give me dex saves, please.
What's your danger sense applies? Yes.
Yes, it does. Yeah, it's definitely you definitely see him. I mean, he gave a whole mini monologue leading up to throwing the grenade.
He's monologuing, guys.
17.
Nice. You all succeed, so you just take half of this damage. All right, so that is 7 halves to 3 points of damage for each of you over there.
Wow.
It's built on two
Except
things,
for
immaturity and copyright.
yeah, he rolled very low on the damage. for
Oh,
that
that's including whatchamacallit. I only lose my temporary hit point.
one. And he's going to try to shoot at Harry. I'm going to use a fate point, so it's just a neutral roll because ranged attack would be otherwise advantage. So
Can't touch this. Dun, dun, dun.
puts you guys up to 8.
9.
You jinxed yourself.
All right,
By
9
using
is going to
copyrighted
hit ya
material.
for sure. All right, so that is going to be 14 halves to 7 energy damage for you. And he just kind of growls at you, just up in your face. It is your turn.
Faaableh Goxpoo. Now that I have you here, I just wanted to talk. I promise, I won't kill you. Just give up. You have nowhere to go. You're basically cornered.
Wasting time on your lies, Inyaba.
Alright. I'm going to attack.
Why would you entertain the offer?
He literally said
I think this world allows for
Literally said-
mercy.
no.
What? Scoundrels
Tried
and
too
starships.
far.
I'm gonna
Scoundrels.
do a reckless attack.
What
'cause
a-
why not?
Because why not?
What about murderous
Hashtag
Wookiee doesn't
scoundrel
tell you exactly what he's about?
23
23 will hit. Roll some damage.
or a beautiful 19.
Whew. Okay, nice. Okay, that is not looking great.
I'm just gonna grapple him.
Okay. You can grapple him. Give me that'd be an athletics check against his, whichever one is better.
I'm gonna use a fate point.
Didn't you roll advantage because you're raging already?
It's only strength checks. Strength checks and...
Athletics is a type of strength check, so it does apply.
Oh, then never mind.
Yeah, so, I mean, you still roll an advantage.
Yeah, but not a fate point advantage. For 26.
Well, it was a natural 1 on the die, so he definitely does not succeed in resisting. So he is now grappled by you.
I'm just gonna... Can I get over on this side?
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
You could maneuver around so you can get onto that side of him.
I just basically kind of like, even though it's zero gravity, lift him up and just switch positions kind of thing.
Yeah, you like grapple around and then you kind of kick your legs back behind you and propel yourself off the body of his dead mount to kind of throw you both into this little spin until you get on the other side of him.
Ooh, spider monkey style. I like it.
R5, it's over to you.
Alright, could I use a bonus action to try to hide? That is a 26 total for stealth.
You are hidden.
Alright, and I take it the door is difficult terrain, right? So moving the next square would take 10 feet
the
of
door
movement?
actually closed as Dredd made his way in, and it just barely closes up.
So
if you want to use a fate point, I'll say you could try to kind of like manage to catch that last little moment and like shove, a rod or something in to wedge it open for a moment longer.
I would like to use a fate point to do so.
Sure, you do so.
Okay.
So you were able to get through still difficult terrain, so like just 10 feet to get in, and then you're inside, and the door very much closes behind you.
20, 25, 30, and then attempt to go for the James Bond shot.
You cannot stop in the middle of the body of the creature.
Yes, in that case, I would like to move towards a direct shot. And
I will say, in Harry Johnson, boys, don't shoot him. He's not for you.
And I roll a 25 to hit.
25 will hit. Technically, you're hidden.
I was gonna say, you fish for that crit.
Oh shit!
You want to fish?
Well, I'll take a 25.
25 will still hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
9 points of damage. And with sneak attack, that is a total of 22.
All right, he's still up. So you just blast him. And you just pull your blaster out, even denying Harry's calls for you to not fire. You just fire directly into his belly, and you just gets this gut wound. And he just starts screaming like in the beginning of Reservoir Dogs, just like, "Oh, I'm gonna die! I'm gonna die!" Anything else?
I mean, droids are already pretty expressionless as is, but even then, this is R5 just looks done with all of this.
All right, on to Piano's turn then.
He crosses through the space, approaches Faaableh, sees him writhing in pain, screaming, "I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die." And she slowly smiles and says, "You're right. You are going to die." And she's going to go ahead with her vibroblade. That's 12 kinetic damage.
Takes a big old slice, and he just still is kind of holding on, but he's starting to like kind of bleed out of his neck pretty badly, but he's still...
She's gonna clamp her hand around the wound and press hard.
Ow.
And then just gently slide the vibroblade in one more time.
Harry Johnson says, "I told you I wasn't gonna kill you."
For those of you at home who may be off-put by all of the action occurring during this session, we encourage you, there are many more lighthearted D&D videos, podcasts, any sort of nature of this medium available for you to enjoy.
Stop sending people away from our channel.
That nonsense. Piano's holding him up there, just like basically got him in a chokehold, like holding the vein shut, and just slides it in, and he just starts gurgling, just. And Faaableh dies in her hand, well, hers and Harry's hands. the same time. And there you have another thrilling session of Starships and Scoundrels. Remember to subscribe and tune back in next week to see what else may happen to the crew of the Mayday. If you don't want to wait quite that long, go ahead and check out the channel because we have tons of other videos about RPGs, board games, video games, movies, pretty much everything nerdy under the sun. Thanks as always for watching, and may the Force be with you. Most of you very, very battered from the fights of the day.
Keepa's doing all right.
I said most of you, not all of you. Yeah, there's a very clear control panel where you can just